Yes. Dan Snyder, please. Dan, how you doing? It's Danny down in Florida. Yep, I won. I beat Kenny by 100. I knew you guys were going to beat the Packers. They're a fucking joke. Aaron Rodgers was hobbling around like a fucking retard. Yeah, bye week's nice. Let Adrian rest his legs. We'll run right through this. Oh, I gotta go. Oh, hi. Welcome to another edition of Coach's Office. Sorry about the attire. I just got back from the Yankee game with my kid. They whooped ass just like I did this week versus old Kenny the Scumbag. This week, we have a special guest. One of the founding members of this league and one of my best friends. Actually, my rival this year. I plan on taking $50 from this fucking guy. Ross Rashawn, welcome.
How you doing?
Excellent. I'm glad you're our first guest and the guy that actually taught us how to play fantasy football. I'd like to begin before we start breaking down things. I'll ask you a couple questions about fantasy football.
Sure.
And then we'll break down the games. So when you invented your team, brainless, clueless, and reckless, BCR, did you realize that was the logo down here in Florida for Black College Reunion?
No. Actually, it stands for Big Cock Ross.
Huh. Very good. You won the money this week, $175, team of the week, player of the week. Matt Ryan drops 54 points as you spanked your son James. You're his father. I'm sure you've spanked him before. You spanked him Sunday. When was the last time you physically pulled his panties down and gave him a good spanking?
About 5 years ago.
5 years ago?
Yeah.
It's odd. I did it about 5 weeks ago. This week, you got VDI. That's gonna be a tough one, man. I'll let you send a message to them in a second. But what do you think about the number 1 Positano Redskins destroying the number 12 Scumbags by 100 almost?
Well, the Scumbags, their team sucks. Not one person had over 10 points. Not one in double digits. Not one on 9 players. They're the worst. They're Scumbags.
They're setting a precedent of sucking in this league. And I think you're going to see more of this. I think this isn't going to end from them. Show me your TDs have really turned their life around. They won the battle of the team with girls on them. What do you think of that?
I don't know. Brian and Angela, they just don't have it together. I think Angela should be doing all the picking for Show Me My TDs.
I think you're right. They beat MHA. What's happened to them?
I don't know. John and Snooki, their team sucks. They got lucky one year and they won it and their name's on the trophy. What can you do? But their team sucks.
I agree. The game of the week last week was won by the Eagles. They moved to 3-0 now. They beat Tyler and Sean with the in the game. There was no problem for the Eagles really. You got any thoughts on this?
Yeah, Tony and Shane. I don't understand those guys. They thought they were going to win. They must have been really high.
They most certainly were. Breaking down this game a little further, one of the owners, a great friend of mine, Tyler of the Greenleafs, he took a special trip this weekend. Big Packer fan. We all know Tyler's an Aaron Rodgers closet freak. But he went into my home at FedEx Field thinking that Aaron Rodgers was going to pull some fucking magic off. Well, guess what happened? You go all the way there, Tyler. It was cold. It was rainy. Rodgers limping around like a fucking retard. And Adrian Peterson runs right through him. The Redskins are still on a fucking roll. And it made this trip very special. Where you go, usually he goes to Dallas, they beat the Cowboys. He goes here, they win. He came to fucking Washington and really took a beat.
Tony just wasted his money on those picks. Going all the way over there. I don't get it.
VDI, they smoked Baker's dozen this week. What do you think of this game?
Baker's dozen. I don't know. I think Chip needs to suck a little bit of that luck out of Baker's dick.
They might win a game. The Browns did.
Maybe.
They might win a game. Team John Kitna moves to 3-0 as they beat laid backs. What do you think here?
I don't know. I'm 2-1 and power ranked way above them. They got lucky. They played layback. Layback sucks for shit.
Agreed. They do suck this year. And I got a feeling the Kitna's luck is running out because this week in the game of the week, got the number 1 Positano Redskins versus the undefeated Kitna. I think I'm just going to beat the shit out of them, honestly. Fucktard of the week this week is going to have to be laid backs. They had Carson on their bench. If you put this guy in, they would have won it. But I can't beat him up too bad because I wouldn't have put him in over the starters they had. Rivalry game this week is Mr. Nice Guys versus the Eagles. This is our first rivalry game. It's for $50. Also, there's a side bet going on between George and James, I heard. If the Nice Guys win, George will let James watch him take a shower. VDI is playing you. You got any message for them?
Yeah, VDI, your reign as champion from last year is going to end this week.
I like it.
Done.
I like it. We got $320 in the pot. We'll see you guys next week.